Hi, this is Raj from Embossed Sportscars. Here I've got an absolutely stunning Porsche 911 Carrera S Coupe. It's finished in Basalt Black Metallic, and for me it has the piece de resistance, the panoramic glass sunroof. It's a 2013 car. I've actually had this car before. I sold it last year to the current owner, and I've just bought it back off of him. I love buying cars back, and I've just produced a video on why I love buying them back. But I essentially know the car. I've known the car personally for over a year now with the current owner, lovely chap. He's upgrading to an RS6 because his family's expanding in size, and he wanted this to be passed on to another owner who will cherish it, so it's come back to me. Basalt Black Metallic. It's the 3.8 litre all-wheel drive flat six with 400 horsepower. It will do 60 in just under 4 seconds. Has that lovely strip, which is an LED. Actually, you can't see it in this lovely sunlight, but that whole strip lights up with just the side lights or headlights on, and sort of harks back to the 993's earlier air-cooled cars, the 9964S water-cooled, and obviously the 4S 997 Gen 2. But this is the first car that had this bar lit up, and this is the last car that was normally aspirated in the Carrera range. They went from a 3.8 flat six in this to a 3 litre twin turbo, which kind of ruined the sound for me. And they have some mechanical issues with the oil feeds on the later cars. This car is a direct fuel injection car, so it doesn't suffer any of the issues of earlier 996s and 997 Gen 1s, which included bore scoring, IMS bearing failures, and RMS oil seal leaks. All those issues were fixed 2009 onwards, and obviously this being a 2013, this is essentially in the sweet spot of where I focus on, which is 2009 to 2015. This is a 991 Gen 1. The 991 Gen 2 looks very similar, but it has a few subtle differences to tell the difference. One is the slats on the cooling compartment. It's not really an engine lid, and I'll show you that open. The slats go this way, and at the front they redesigned the lower bumper as well slightly. But this is, for all intents and purposes, a very similar car to the 991 Gen 2, except it's normally aspirated and sort of the ideal, with the glass panoramic sunroof, which is an optional extra, and I always try and get it on these 991s if I can, because it really makes a difference to how you feel in the cabin. Even with that shut, I'll just do that now. Even with that shut, it still lets a lot of light in. So it's a one-touch operation, as I've just shown you. And you can also, there is a sun blind for it as well. So there we go. That's one touch as well. You can also have it on tilt, which is great for the motor actually, just to let a little bit of air in, but not too much. It works perfectly fine with the roof fully open on the motorway as well. Now, options wise, this car has a huge amount, and I'm going to try and list them all, but I'll go through the file which I've got if I forget anything. So it's fitted with the Carrera S. I think these are the Mark III 20-inch optional alloy wheels. I had these refurbs last year at Letchworth Diamond Wheels, which are fantastic. They take the wheels off, the tyres off, properly oven bake them, and then fit the tyres, rebalance them, and fit new valves. And they still look fantastic in their factory colour of Satin Platinum, which was as it was when it left the factory. They're absolutely unmarked still, and they still look absolutely great. The tyres are Pirelli P0 all round, and they're N0. So they're all Porsche rated. There's the N0 there. Discs and pads are also good all round. I think I had the front tyres done last year, so they're almost new. So they're in good condition. This car from the factory was also fitted with wheel spacers, so they're 5mm wheel spacers. You can just see the discs there, which sit the wheels out sort of more in line with the wheel arches. Sort of a very subtle but sort of essential enhancement for the styling of these cars. Doesn't affect handling whatsoever, but just makes it look a bit more planted. The car's got the optional PASM, which sits it lower, 10mm lower than a car without PASM all the time. It doesn't adjust the height or anything. It has a switchable sports exhaust, which I'll show you the buttons on the inside, but it has the quad stainless steel tailpipes, which look great as well. Obviously it's got the original badging there, 911 Carrera 4S with the Porsche above it. Has privacy glass, so those rear 3/4 are tinted from the factory. It's not a film, it was from the factory. They're a different colour, as specified by the original owner. And then at the front, the headlights are the optional black edition black plastic PDLS, so the Porsche Dynamic Lighting System, which means that this bezel here rotates as you go around corners, and it's speed variable, so it lights up the corner as you're going around it. The front and rear have got parking sensors, so you can zoom these tiny little dots there, which has like a radar system on the screen when you get close to anything under 10 miles an hour, and they're at the front there, so just there and just there. Has daylight running lights as well, LED strips, which are in this section here with the indicators, obviously headlight washers there. So that's all the bits on the outside. Because it's a 4S, all S models come with red calipers as standard, so that's those there, all factory with their Porsche logo on there. Just show you the front one, and they are in fantastic condition. They're not chipped up or anything, they're nice shiny bright red. I think it's Guards red from memory. Then on the inside it has the extended black leather interior, so stitched leather on the entirety of the doors, the center console, the armrest in the middle, the whole dashboard, and obviously the seats as well, front and rear. These are obviously 4-seaters, but you can, if you wish, if you're not using the rear seats, fold them down. You can put a set of golf clubs across there, and you can put luggage even in that back section there and across here. I think there's even a set of luggage you can buy that sort of perfectly fits in above and below those seats. There's a couple of bags that fit below those folded seats, and then bags that hook in to the hooks there. While I'm here, you can also see that the seat belts are the optional Guards red fabric seat belts, and the seats are also Sports Seats Plus, which means that they have the wider bolsters on the top and on the bottom, and they're the grey plastic back finish, which are in great condition as well. They're 4-way electric, so the height is adjustable electrically, the back, but to shift the whole seat back and forth, you use that manual handle there on both sides. It's fitted with BOSE, which is in this car 445 watts. I think it's either 12 or 13 speakers. I'll confirm that in a second. It has cup holders here, which fold out. You've got 2 of those. A lockable glove box, and then it has a 12-volt power supply there, and wired connections for loading MP3s into the optional 10GB MP3 jukebox system, and also listening to your music via an MP3 player or mobile phone via wired, either through the USB or through the 3.5mm audio jack there. It has also got DAB digital radio, which you can see there, and when you pair your phone, you've got Bluetooth audio streaming as well. So this has got the full phone package with this car, which is optional. It's not on every single car, so it's worth checking that a car has that if you're going to look at one, as well as the digital radio, which isn't standard. The satnav tends to be fitted to all the cars, but the phone module isn't necessarily fitted to every car. The DAB digital radio and the jukebox are also not fitted to every car. Has a full 2-zone climate control system, so you can have different temperatures for each side, or you can sync them together, which is what I do. Has heated seats, which is a 3-stage system. It won't work while the car's turned off. It's got the tracker as well, and there's another 12 volt there. And then it has the sport button, which livens up the 7-speed semi-automatic gearbox, changes the gearbox profile immediately. You can run this in full auto, full manual, or a combination of the two. It's a lovely box, 7-speed, which coupled with the optional sport design steering wheel, which has full size metal paddles, this one for going down a gear and the other side for going up a gear. It really sort of is the best of both worlds of being able to run in full manual mode, where you can basically choose exactly when to change gear, or you can leave it in auto and still change gears via these paddles at will. It has kick down as well through the throttle as well, so if you sort of punch the throttle, it will go from like 7th to 2nd, ready to overtake if appropriate. It has the cruise control system as well, which is just there, that extra stalk. And looking through here, there's the switchable suspension, there's the switchable exhaust, there's the controls for the glass sunroof, there's the rear spoiler, which I'll activate up. It has start stop as well, and then that's the button to turn the traction control off as well. So yeah, everything is as it should be. It has the light package as well, so it has these optional LEDs in the visors. If you don't select that from the factory, they don't come with any lights, which is crazy in a car like this, but that's what Porsche do. Oh, and it has the optional carbon door entry guards with the Carrera 4S logo in silver, which is a nice touch as you step into the car. There's the spoiler up. Basalt Black Metallic looks stunning, actually. Look, I mean, look at the flecks of metallic paint in the paintwork there. Very, very classic and stylish colour that really suits the shape of a 911. And there's that rear spoiler there. That does actually go up higher if the sunroof's open, I believe. It goes at a higher angle. The thing I love about these cars, particularly the all-wheel drive 991 Gen 1s, is they are the wide body, so they're 4.4 centimeters wider at the rear than the non all-wheel drive versions. So those arches curve out a little bit more, 2.2 centimeters each side, and the edge of the lights there sort of sticks out a little bit more, making it look a little bit more beefy at the rear. The rear end is extremely attractive. One of the best rear ends of a 911, I think. It's got all of its original stickers in the doors and in the front boot and that rear lid, and I'll show you those. Has auto lights with those PDLS lights, and it's covered 51,591 miles. It was last serviced in June 2021 by my Porsche specialist, Porsche Care, who are absolutely fantastic. They're just based outside of Stevenage in a little village called Todd's Green. Fantastic place. It's a bit like they specialise in Porsche and McLaren now, and you go in there and everything is just immaculate. It's well worth taking a visit, getting a quote for any work that you need doing, any modifications versus of styling or changes to your car, as well as just routine servicing, MOTs, anything you need doing to your Porsche. They've got all the same diagnostics that a Porsche main dealer has, as have I. When I check these cars over, I do it in exactly the same way a Porsche main dealer would. And yeah, highly recommended. They did a major service on this for me before I sold it the last time, so it's due in June 2023 next, and it will just be a minor service that's due, because in the last service they did spark plugs, drive belt, they did all the air filters, pollen filters, engine air filter as well, obviously, and they did the brake fluid change. So the next service in June 2023 is just a minor oil change, check over, and you would do the brake fluid, which is every 2 years as well. So very, fully up to date servicing wise. It has 4 previous owners, and yeah, in immaculate condition. It has the embossed headrest, which is another lovely option on these cars. So there's the original VIN sticker there, and that's all you get access to as the driver and owner of the car. Just if you needed to top up the oil or the coolant, that's where you would do it. There's the original VIN sticker there. everything's clean there. It's got all the original tools, the tyre gel in there, and it has all the towing eye, the tools, and the locking wheel bolt are all in this section here, which folds out very easily. And then under here, we've got an original Porsche battery, which is still Porsche branded, and under this section here you've got the tyre compressor, so you can top up the tyres with the 12-volt system in the car, and it's very accurate because it's got a gauge which tells you the exact pressure. So yeah, everything is sort of as new under there. I've cleaned everything again, just like I did last time. I prepped these cars by stripping out all of these plastics, cleaning underneath them, getting rid of any leaves and cobwebs which inevitably build up in those areas where you sort of don't wash. But I can take them all apart, obviously check the cars for damage and things like that, and this car is absolutely perfect as it should be. So I'll just show you the file quickly. So it's 4 previous owners. Yeah, 0 to 16 3.9. So there's a full spec. This set of sheets is a PDF available to download on my website, which has the full spec of the car. I'm just going to go through it now just quickly. I think I've mentioned it has Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus, which is a electric rear locking differential, which sort of makes it a bit more lively when the sport button's pressed. It's a bit more dynamically honed than a car without PTV. I said it has cruise control. What else? Alcantara roof lining, power steering plus, so that the power steering adjusts to the speed, and it's a very dynamic system, and it adjusts, I believe, to the sport button as well, so it will firm up depending on what mode you've got it in. It has the original Porsche floor mats. I've got a rubber one in that side just because when I have these cars I don't want to scuff up the carpet, so I put in my own Porsche branded rubber mat just to protect the original carpets that couple this car. So the passenger one is the original one there. Yeah, 445 watt 12 speaker system, the BOSE, digital radio as well. And yeah, so that's all of those bits. Over revs are all good as well, and as it is the full service history. So up until the last service, it was serviced at Porsche main dealers, so supplied by Porsche Exeter, then serviced at Bristol, then West London, then Bristol, then Porsche Care, who are the guys I use. And then I've also listed there that the wheels were refurbished 17th of June 2021. It's fully HPI clear as well, and then there's MOTs are all there, as well as the paperwork for the servicing, the invoices for the work that have been done in the last couple of years. So yeah, it's fully prepared, ready to go. Absolutely fantastic car to drive, and yeah, if you're interested in the car, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for watching.